London Business School, Harvard University, Oxford University. These are all top institutes in the world where every student dreams of studying. About 1,500 years ago, in the state of Bihar, India, there was a similar university where students from not just our own country, but from abroad wanted to come and study in large numbers. Although getting admission was not an easy task, we are talking about Nalanda University, which was once counted amongst the largest and most renowned universities in the world. Nalanda was a thriving example of Indian education system, and we can proudly say that India was once the fountainhead of global knowledge. The institution was indeed the showcase of India's ancient civilization and wisdom for the entire world to see and learn from. Let's explore the story of Nalanda's glorious past and the events that led to the decline of this magnificent university, which was and still remains the pride of India. Nalanda was established near the city of Rajgir, the capital of the Magad Empire. Although it was founded as an institution to propagate Buddhism, it gradually started teaching various subjects such as architecture, medicine, grammar, mathematics, and much more. Apart from students from India, this university attracted around 10,000 knowledge seekers from countries like Korea, Japan, China, Indonesia, Persia, and Turkey. Renowned Chinese Buddhist monk, scholar, and traveler Huensung and I Sing were in fact among the famous students who studied at this very university. It is through their writings, which documented their journeys to Nalanda and their very own experiences there, that we gather much information about Nalanda. According to Huensung, Nalanda University was founded by King Shakraditya, also known as Emperor Kumaragupta I of the Gupta dynasty. The crowning glory was Acharya Shilabhadra, who was the head of the institution. He was a renowned Buddhist scholar, philosopher, and a yoga guru. Acharya Shilabhadra hailed from a royal Brahmin family in Bengal in the 7th century. He received education in Buddhism at various places in India, after which he became a Buddhist spiritual teacher. Later, he became a disciple of Acharya Dharmapala, the principal of Nalanda University. Acharya Shilabhadra excelled not only in Buddhist philosophy, but also in subjects such as the Vedas, philosophy, and medicine. Due to his high scholastic achievements, he became the head of the academic programs at Nalanda and eventually the chancellor of the Nalanda Mahavihara in 635 CE. During the same period, the Chinese traveler Huinsang also arrived at Nalanda in 637 CE and received instructions in yoga from Acharya Shilabhadra. According to Huinsang, during his time, Nalanda had 1,510 teachers and 10,000 monks, although historians have different opinions about these figures. In Nalanda, there was a very famous library called Dharmaganj, which housed three major buildings, Ratnasagara, Ratnodandi, and Ratnaranjaka. This library contained approximately 9 million books and manuscripts related to the Vedas, grammar, logic, literature, astrology, astronomy, medicine, law, city planning, theosophy, and philosophy. Now the question arises, why and how did such a vast and ancient educational institution such as the Nalanda get destroyed? Behind this, there are many theories and tales and schools of thoughts, some of which we will attempt to learn one by one. According to some historians and scholars, around the year 1193, Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar Khilji set fire to Nalanda University and burnt it down completely. Although Bakhtiyar Khilji served as a general in Awadh, he desired to establish his own name. Encouraged by the support and praise of his companions, Khilji launched an attack on the fort in Bihar and carried out extensive looting. The Persian historian Minaz-e-Shiraz, in his document Tabakat-e-Nasiri, wrote, "The brave Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar not only captured the fort but also acquired great wealth. He then destroyed a large number of books and killed the Brahmins present there. The killing of the monks and the destruction of the libraries lasted for several months. With the books, fire engulfed all the buildings as well. The devastation was so severe that no other ruler could restore the university to its former glory. The river of knowledge that flowed from Nalanda dried up forever." In addition to this, historians see two alternate reasons behind the destruction of Nalanda. Some say that during those days, cooking was carried out within the monasteries. In the evening, when darkness fell, monks would light torches or lamps for illumination. It is said that an incident might have occurred from one of these lamps or torches, resulting in a fire that turned Nalanda into ashes. According to another school of thought, King Dharmapala of the Pala dynasty established a new university in Vikramshila, present-day Bhagalpur. Starting from the 11th century, the new university in Vikramshila began receiving a significant portion of the royal budget, causing a scarcity of resources to the Nalanda University, and gradually it was pushed to the brink of extinction. In 216, the archaeological site of Nalanda was declared a World Heritage Site, recognizing its splendid heritage and multicultural past. The Indian Parliament designated it as an institution of national importance and took responsibility for its renovation and restoration.